where news comes first. This is WECT News at 6. Streaming live on WECT.com and the WECT News app.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm John Evans.
And I'm Frances Weller. The sky opened up and dumped inches and inches of rain over the last few weeks. Now, flooding is an ongoing concern for families, neighbors, and drivers.
Now, you might have seen some people walking through the storm water, maybe rafting or boating through it. That water looks dirty. We wanted to know and to tell you just what is in that flood water. WECT's Ben Smart is in the studio now with the results of our investigation. So Ben, even one of the lab employees was surprised at the amount of bacteria in that water?
Yeah, John, he says the bacterial counts from the stormwater in our area just blew him away. That was just one of the tests the chemists did on the stormwater. 2 locations came back positive for a gross and potentially harmful type of bacteria. Falling from the sky and building up on the ground. 17 inches of rainfall in July, 3 inches so far this month. The stormwater flooding yards, streets, and parks. For some, a tempting place to play.
I remember as a kid, I used to play around in the puddles and stormwater, and I know my grandkids like to do the same kind of thing.
You might want to reconsider after you know what's in the water. WECT collected stormwater from 4 sites. Then a chemical technology lab tested the water quality.
This is our main lab.
Matt Groff helped lead the testing.
Typically floodwater is nasty. However, I didn't realize it would have this much bacteria count.
Across all 4 stormwater sites, tests for total coliform bacteria were very high. This is an indicator worse pathogens could be present.
The bacteria counts just blew me away though. Absolutely blew me away.
First up, stormwater from the Sago Bay community off Carolina Beach Road.
Total organic carbon, Sago Bay.
This water ranked as the dirtiest in a test for total organic carbon, a general measure of water purity.
And the process takes about 15 minutes.
Sago Bay stormwater was the only one testing positive for metals, iron.
Sago Bay had the highest, but it was basically 0.2 parts per million.
Next up, Empey Park tested high for coliform bacteria. Water purity here about as dirty as river water. Third, stormwater from Carolina Beach and River Road.
That's your flooded CB or Carolina Beach Road.
The site the second dirtiest for the water purity test and positive for fecal coliform bacteria, which grows in the intestines of animals and people.
Total and fecal coliform bacteria are indicating bacteria. They don't think that they will hurt us in any way. But if they are significant in a large amount of colonies and counts like we saw here, that means that highly probable that the bad stuff is present as well.
The final site and the grossest stormwater.
Halliburton Park was the worst.
Halliburton Park testing highest for both total and fecal coliform bacteria.
That's kind of scary, actually. Makes you wonder, where all that's coming from.
Groff has a good guess.
Probably because of all the pet walking. I mean, they clean it up the best they can. They grab it, they put it in a plastic bag, but it doesn't clean it all up.
Fecal matter from a dog or a human.
It could have been a pipe to the sanitary system with all that flood water.
So not only animal feces, but also human feces?
It could be, yes.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, pretty gross.
A disturbing discovery. Water ponding in our parks is tainted.
I think it's disgusting, especially with all that bacteria and gross contaminants in it.
Groff leaves you with a simple piece of advice.
Stay out of floodwater. I would not suggest walking, swimming, participating in. And if you do, wash your hands like I did when I messed with it.
Stormwater is dirty, and now we know just how bad it is. Floodwaters can pose a health risk. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends you wear rubber boots, gloves, and goggles when cleaning up floodwater. The bacteria can cause diarrheal diseases and wound infections, so you want to take this seriously.